Hello all, this is JC3 from Is This Real? Do you want to start your own podcast? Then look no further than Buzzsprout.com. We here at Green Hour Media use Buzzsprout, and we love the team at Buzzsprout. They are all about helping you succeed. Buzzsprout gets your show listed in every major podcast platform. Follow the link in our show notes to let Buzzsprout know that we sent you. It gets you a $20 paid Amazon gift card if you sign up with a paid plan and helps support our show. Join us and over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout.com to get your message out to the world.
From the Keith Vincent Kayla Studios in Patterson, New Jersey, Green Arrow Media proudly presents Is This Real? Tonight, we're going to take a look at the Clintons, their life, their legacy, and the scandals. And now your host, JC3.
Welcome everybody to a new episode of Is This Real? As Dad said in the beginning, we are talking about the Clintons tonight and the history of the Clintons and all the good shit. Allegedly, still, I'm just going to put that out there. That's going to be our main topic of the next 3 episodes. It's going to be allegedly, in quotations.
It will be unless you're quoting facts. Now,
Big allegedly.
No, you're going to quote facts and let the facts
allegedly
fall where they may.
They're facts, allegedly. But in the booth tonight, we have Big Joe, as you heard him. Say hello to everybody, Big Joe.
Hello, everybody, and a shout-out to British Columbia.
Okay. Saray, if you're... okay. And then we have Roblox back in the booth with us tonight. Say hello to everyone, Roblox.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody?
So, like we said, we were talking about the Clintons, Bill and Hillary, or William and Hillary.
William Jefferson Clinton.
Okay. Calm down. You sound a little excited over there. So yeah, the Clintons, guys. What do we got?
All right. Well, let's start off in order. We might as well start off with Bill Clinton. Or his actual legal name, William Jefferson Clinton. He was born August 19th, 1946. Damn. And if anyone doesn't know, he's an American politician. 42nd president of the United States. It was from 1993 to 2001. Prior to that, if no one knew, he was also a governor of Arkansas from 1979 to 1981, and then he also served again 1983 to 1992. He's an old man.
Yeah, he's.
I didn't realize how old he was.
Been around
the block times, and he's been in politics for a very long time.
He was around the block before the block was built.
The problem with that guy, to be honest with you, is everywhere he stopped at, there's always been some kind of scandal. The scandals have followed the family.
So, do you want to talk? We're going to go straight into talking about Bill's scandals now. That's what it is.
No. Let's handle it like we agreed to handle it. But I'm saying, as part of Bill, if you're going to bring Bill in, Bill's the patriarch of the family. And
can we? Okay, I know it's going to upset you.
What?
Can we eliminate his major scandal that everyone knows about? Because there's not really a conspiracy theory about that. There's no conspiracy theories about,
But we can't talk about Bill without the biggest scandal that everyone knows about.
That's kind of dumb. You're going to do this.
No, but I'm saying there's other more important scandals than what Josh's favorite line is, he got a job on the job. You know what I mean? There's bigger things. There's more important, and not as big, not as public, but more important things to talk about.
That also depicts the man and is the start to other things, at least in my opinion.
When you're a president, a sitting president of the United States, and I'm going to take JFK out of the equation because
he was a sexual man.
Okay, there's just
okay.
JFK, if that pencil sharpener had a skirt, you would have had to hide it from JFK.
JFK aimed for the Marilyn Monroes of the world, not a fucking a clerk.
That's a story that wow.
I mean, so but here's the deal. All right,
that's fucked.
It's very fucked, but it's the truth.
No, I'm saying you completely disregarded her position in the White House.
Well,
to just a clerk.
Hold on a minute. If you're going after Marilyn Monroe,
and I'm not talking about
Lewinsky,
and I'm not talking about her sexual position in the White House. I'm talking about her legal position in the White House.
If you're going after Marilyn, if you're going to date Marilyn Monroe, Monica,
she had a drug problem.
Monica Lewinsky's not even on the menu.
Like
you're going to let somebody else talk tonight or what?
Completely off the track already.
Can you shut up and let him talk?
Jesus H. Christ, I'm struggling to get words in here. My God.
I'm sorry. Excuse the
Well,
fuck
my
out of me.
point is...
I'll just go fuck myself.
All right, take the turkey baster and have at it. Now...
That could be a major thing. We're going to have a shirt with a turkey baster on it and says, fuck Joey.
Oh, I'm going to do that.
I don't know about a shirt, but I can make a mug. No, anyway. Okay. I honestly believe that if you're a sitting president and you get you use the Oval Office as your own personal sex toy, sex den, well, then you're not, you shouldn't be holding that office at all. Ronald Reagan, when he was in the Oval Office, never took his suit off. He respected it that much. Bill Clinton took everything off. Or maybe just unzipped his fly. We don't know. Okay, that's the drop-off you have between this guy. So if you really want to get into it, let's get into it.
Well, no. Okay, so let's talk about the family, where he came from, stuff like that first. I think it's important because it's the Clintons aren't like the Kennedys, right? Like the Clintons didn't have a major political background before. Like the father wasn't really big in politics or anything.
Well,
like
the father
that,
of Kennedy wasn't big in politics either. He was if you truth be told, he was a liquor runner. He was a bootlegger.
No, so if you had to like, because I base basically like the Clintons and any type of political family, I base them strictly on like compared to what the Kennedys are, because to me the Kennedys are the political family. You know what I mean?
The Kennedys are, if you're looking for a royal family in the United States, it would be the Kennedys.
Yeah, they're the closest we got to that.
You don't have many other families that were that powerful but that beloved as well. I mean, you got other families out there that are, that powerful but not everybody knows their history and don't love them. The Kennedys at every stop had some character in their family that was beloved by millions of people. Clintons did not have that,
Now, as I'm going back into his the paternal side of his family, it's Bill's father, William Jefferson Blythe Jr.
Right.
Was born in 1918, died in 1946. So he was 30? Not even 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
28. Does that seem right? Yeah, it has to be right. So he was a traveling heavy equipment salesman who died in a car crash 3 months before Bill was born. He was one of 9 children to William Jefferson Blythe Sr. They were poor farmers in Sherman, Texas, English, Scottish, Irish descent, and his family lines in North America since the days of the 13 colonies. So Bill's bloodline runs deep in America. Deep in America.
I hope so. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a question. And there's, I guess you could sit there and put this as a, not a rumor, because it's not really a rumor. It's more of a conspiracy theory. I don't know if, Josh, have you ever heard this conspiracy theory that not most presidents, but some of the presidents are related by cousins?
No. The only thing related to presidents I've ever heard was like the founding fathers, and some of the first ones were actually legitimately like half black or something like that, or half African American.
Never heard that one.
I think there was one. I can't remember.
I know they were screwing their slaves.
No, I know that, but one of them ended up growing up, and for some reason he was on the lighter side, but he actually was part African American.
Huh.
Something. That was the only one I've heard of. I don't know if that's
did you ever
like
hear
concrete.
that theory?
What theory?
That some of these presidents that we've had over the last maybe 50 years have been related?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you just not even theories. I mean, you can the fifth cousin removed of the vice president under George Bush, under W. What the hell? Who was that guy? I can't remember his name right now.
The vice president
under George Bush.
2 or 1?
2.
Dick Cheney.
All right. Dick Cheney.
He shot his friend.
Bill Clinton. I'm sorry. Dick Cheney and is supposed to be fifth cousin removed to
Obama.
Obama.
Get the hell out of here!
Yeah. If you dig deep enough,
Dick Cheney and Obama are related.
Yeah. And it makes look, these guys are all interconnected somehow.
So this is again another well, this episode is going to be not allegedly, but this episode will be like conspiracy theory after conspiracy, because it's hard to talk about presidents and not talk about different presidents when you're talking about one. But was Bill ever part of like Skull and Bones or any of those type of?
No, I don't believe he was. I think he was. He was just somebody who was in the right place at the right time. Look, Bill Clinton was a good speaker. He's a handsome guy. He was beloved. His idol was John Kennedy, so he tried to model himself after John Kennedy, whom he met at one point.
Good president?
The president?
No. Bill Clinton, good president?
A good president? That depends on who you ask. To me, there were worse presidents, but it's not even that. It's like there's a ton of things that are always against him. Now, I mean, he was the first president in my lifetime that actually balanced the budget. So, I haven't seen many.
Well, if you take away the scandals, was he like mediocre or better than average? Like, what do you think?
I was kind of young around that time.
If you take away the scandals,
so we can't really tell.
He would have been a decent president, but then he had a lot in his favor too. Don't forget, when he was the president, we had the dot-coms coming up, all those companies that were
internet boom.
Okay, the internet boom, and that actually fed into his presidency as far as him being able to pull taxes from these people and make a lot of money. But when the dot-com crashed, that all seemed to go away, and in his last term, he got screwed on with the scandals. They were bad. It was bad. It didn't. Again, with Bill Clinton, nothing. He started out good, but the arc took him right down, and the arc, it really did. And it was a lot of it was his own doing, and that's a shame because it kind of ruined what could have been a decent legacy as far as the president's concerned.
All right. So, have you ever heard of the Skull and Bones and that type of stuff?
From you guys, yes. Prior to this, no, not at all. I wasn't even sure what the hell all that stuff was. The first time I heard it, I think was from Dad's mouth, to be honest.
Yeah, those are. I mean, if anyone out there doesn't know, Skull and Bones they're more. I mean, it has nothing to do with Bill, obviously.
I want to take a little side note here. Now, before I made the comment that Bill Clinton, I'm sorry that Dick Cheney and Obama were related, the fact checkers have said yes. It's actually true.
Oh, the fact checkers said yes.
Well, you know what? And here's another one. Obama is actually related to George W. Bush. Okay.
Holy shit.
It's his 11th cousin. So these guys are all interconnected. They're all intertwined. These families all are involved with each other.
Now, George W. is an actual Skull and Bones member, right?
Both of them were. George and H.W.
Oh, H.W.
Right. They were both Skull and Bones.
Now, these are like Skull and Bones, and I don't know any other ones besides Skull and Bones.
Well, there's a few of them. I don't know.
But these are like these real high-class, really secret societies that are in like Harvard and stuff like that.
If you trace the lineage of the Skull and Bones, not to get off on a side note here, but if you trace the lineage, you're going to find out how many were senators and congressmen.
Oh yeah,
presidents.
We should do an episode on
right.
that.
And we will. But the thing is, right now, I mean,
yeah, we're talking about the Clintons.
These guys are all somehow related, and it goes back. It's not like they're related from 2 weeks ago. These guys are related from 200 years ago. So that's part of that.
All right. So we're gonna that's Bill, and we're gonna take a short little break, and then we're gonna talk about Hillary, who I believe in my heart, I don't care what anybody says, I think she's the more wicked and diabolical one. But we will talk about Hillary when we get back from break. We'll be right back.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hey, Ryan. Hi, this is Sarah Palin.
Ryan, Donald Trump Jr.
Hogs to win, see you. Hey, everybody, I want y'all to check out a fellow Marines podcast.
My name is Ted Nugent, and I got a call from my buddy Ryan F. Samuels, and he wants me to tell you that he's a working hard, playing all-American son of a who is celebrating God, family, country.
Welcome to the Ryan Samuels Show, one of the top political podcasts in the United States, where we have a healthy distrust for government and mainstream media. The Ryan Samuels Show is a raw, unfiltered look at American politics.
you're looking for a dining experience like no other in the North Jersey area, Sopranos Pizza and Restaurant is your place. Located at 400 Minnesink Road in Totowa, New Jersey, Sopranos offers pizza, sandwiches, Italian delights such as specialty pizzas, seafood, soup, salad, burgers, sides, and much, much more. Free delivery on all orders, more convenient ordering online. Download the app on Google Play or in the Apple Store and track your order. Or if you prefer, just stop by and pick it up. Either way, Sopranos Pizza and Ristorante in Totowa always satisfies. Pleasant staff, exceptional atmosphere, and great food. Open 10 to 10 every day. Visit their website at www.sopranospizzeriamenu.com or phone 973-256-7115. That's 973-256-7115. Sopranos Pizza. Give it a try.
And welcome back from our short little break. So now we're going to talk about Hillary Diane Rodham Clinton. I don't like her name. I don't like her face. I don't like anything about her. She's just, I'm sorry. This is before we even know anything about her. She just screams evil to me. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
She's not likable.
She's not at all.
She's not likable.
She looks like the final level of beating all the Karens in the world. You get to her.
You know, to me, before you even get into her, she's just an opportunist.
Obviously, we don't like Hillary Clinton.
I don't like Hillary Clinton. She's an opportunist. She'll do anything she can to better her own agenda, which, I mean, I guess, that's not the bad part. But the bad part is she'll kill or step on anybody that gets in her way.
Okay, well, just take a step back really fast. Let me give some information, and then we can get to that.
Well, go ahead.
Josh has to do a job first, Dad.
Yeah, I have to do the facts. So, as we previously stated, Hillary, I'm not going to include that other name. Hillary Diane Clinton, as we know nowadays, was born October 26, 1947. She is an American politician, diplomat, lawyer, writer, blah, 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 all that stuff. She was the 67th United States Secretary of State from 2009 to 2013. She was also a senator from New York from 2001 to 2009. And she was the First Lady of the United States from 1993 to 2001 as the wife of President Bill Clinton. All right, Dad, go.
And she lost to Donald Trump the 2016 election.
She lost to Donald Trump because she wasn't likable. She wasn't likable. No one wanted her. No one liked her. The only people who liked her were the ones that were like, oh, she's a woman, and a woman is this, and a woman is that. You know what? I don't care what gender you are. It doesn't matter to me. If you're not going to be able to do the job, you shouldn't be doing a job. Now, having said that, she's got no right to be the president. She had no right at all. All right, being Bill Clinton's wife doesn't give her...
Well, I mean, she does have a background in politics, though.
She never had a background in politics. She was the wife of the governor. Okay, and then she was the wife of the president. All right,
what do you see that? What other first ladies do you see going into a life of politics?
None, because it's not their job. Now you're hearing a lot on this coming up election where they want to the Democrats want to bring in Michelle Obama. That would be a disaster.
I don't think she wants to do that
because Michelle Obama doesn't have what it takes to be the president of the United States. And what is she going to? How many more people that Obama work with do you want to actually put in there so he can be the puppeteer behind the strings? Okay, that's another whole story.
Yeah.
But Hillary, she's just pure evil in my opinion.
And she looks it. Like if you,
I mean, she.
Joshua, what do you think
of Hillary Clinton?
Yeah,
I don't like her at all. And this is coming from a guy who isn't into politics. I'm pretty sure you know more about politics than I do. Let's just put it that way. And obviously Dad does too.
Well, Dad knows more about politics than both of us together.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I never have from some of the things like I saw when she was running for president and stuff like that. It just didn't sit right. I mean, I'm not a political person, so I had no idea what the hell was going on to begin with. But my biggest thing is that when you're sitting there at some kind of a conference meeting or whatever it is, et cetera, and you pull out a thing of hot sauce, I don't like you. There's no point.
And it wasn't.
Why the hell was that done?
Well,
it was done because the media allowed it to be done. Because here's a situation you put yourself in. Now, if she does that, she'll get a laugh. Oh, Hillary did it. She's black. If Donald Trump
She's
would have
not
done
black.
that, he would have been the biggest racist on the planet. And it's all about how it's phrased by the media. The media in this country is a disaster. And now they're the...
Well, I thought she was racist when she did that myself. I don't know about anybody else.
Well, she also called blacks a bunch of deplorables, too.
No, she called Trump supporters deplorables, not blacks. Okay, she would never do that because that's political suicide.
I thought she was talking about blacks too when she said that. Though
she was if they were black and they were a Trump supporter, then you were a deplorable. But that backfired on her because she
just
called
like Joe Biden said, if you're a black and you're a Trump supporter, you're not black. You're not really black.
Yeah, well,
I don't get them making statements like that. Like, not to drag him in, but stuff like I'm not political. Like I said 100 times, but why the fuck?
Well, it's very simple.
Would you make statements like that?
It's simple, and in this country. What the problem we have is the Democratic Party, who started the racism in this country as far as the Ku Klux Klan. These guys have been racist. Joe Biden's been a racist his entire career. He's made racist comments against Indians. He's made racist comments against blacks. He eulogized Robert Byrd, who was the biggest segregationist, a senator from South Carolina. Okay, him and Joe Manchin and all of them. They got a picture of them on the back of a float in a parade, holding up Robert Byrd's hand. Now, let me ask you this: if you're running for an office, and you know there's a known racist, are you going to pal around with this guy? Are you going? This guy, this asshole that we got as a president, was literally kissing this guy's ass, and nobody called him out on it. And even now, when he goes around saying racist and this, and the reason why he used black people is because in the Democrats' mind, what they think is the Democrats want to tell the black people how we're going to save you from the evil white people, or we're going to save you from everybody. We have your back. But you only hear that every 4 years. You don't seem to hear that. I don't see any Democratic guys going down to the inner city to hand out food. I don't see them, trying to make, trying to help the black people in any other way. And quite frankly, excuse me, this is where I have my problem. The black people don't need the hand up. They're not stupid people. Black people in this country are very smart people. They're every bit as smart as every other culture. But they get picked on, and a lot of them are weak-minded, okay? And I'm not saying that because they're black. I'm saying a lot of people are weak-minded. Well, the Democrats are going to help us out and give us stuff for free. And that happens in any culture. It's not just black people. And when that mentality is that we're going to get it for free, so we're going to vote for this guy, why do you think, and this has nothing to do with the Clintons, well, it does, why do you think that the Democrats...
wouldn't that apply to Hillary's situation?
Right.
When she was running?
Right. These are the people. Why do you think that they're doing nothing about the borders down in Texas and the southern border? Because in their mind, they're going to hand out whatever they can to those people coming across the border, free health care. You give them a cell phone when they come to the country. Give them whatever they want. Because in their mind, they're going to vote for Democratic because the Democrats help them. Instead of sending them back to their country and then helping that country to be a better country, okay, they give them shit for free and they want them to vote for them. That's the Democratic playbook. It's been that way forever, all right? And when you, like, I have a lot of black friends, and I talk to them, and I said, I don't understand how you guys cannot be pissed off, and they're using you. And the man I work with, I'm not going to mention his name, he's the same way. He's like, I don't need anybody's help. I don't need anybody. No one's going to tell me what help. I work. I come to work. I do my job. And I don't need the white man to save me, or I don't need the Democrats to save me.
Does Hillary...
It's very frustrating.
Is Hillary involved as many scandals as Bill is, though?
Her biggest scandal is bigger than anything Bill... Look,
we're going to talk about her scandal in the next two episodes.
Bill Clinton himself, he had scandals with loads of drugs being landed in Arkansas, being offed by the Arkansas State Police under his watch.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
You can look that up. That's there for you to see. All right? So that was a major scandal, but not anywhere near the major scandal that Hillary's been involved in.
I think Hillary's three biggest things that she's ever going to be remembered for is what we're going to talk about in the next two episodes from now.
Right.
Well, I'll just say we're going to explore more into the emails and her deleted emails.
Bigger than anything that Bill Clinton ever got involved in.
Two, losing to Donald Trump, losing twice. She lost twice in the presidential election, right?
Yeah, she lost. Well, she lost once. She lost the primary to Obama.
Yeah.
And then she lost in the general to
So
President Trump.
she's lost twice trying to become a president, and then sticking by Bill's side throughout the entire Monica Lewinsky scandal.
Yeah, but
I think those are the three biggest things.
But see, that's hypocritical as well, because she's going to tell you that I'm going to stick by my man, whatever. But then when somebody claimed that Trump raped them, we have to believe the woman. Well, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Do we have to believe the woman? Because if we believe the woman, then your husband's a scumbag. Okay, for all the scandals he was involved with women.
Yeah.
You were badgering those women. You were telling us how those women didn't mean anything. But now, because it's against Donald Trump, now we have to agree with you?
And let's put it like that, too. It wasn't just Lewinsky that came out.
Oh, no, there was
against. There was a ton of women who sat there and said that they had sexual relations with Bill. Yeah, it wasn't just Monica Lewinsky.
No.
That's the only one I know of. Let's just say that.
No, yeah, she's the more famous one because she was in the White House. I don't think any of the other women were a part of the White House staff, were they?
No. I'm going to give you one of the major ones. It was a sex scandal, and he paid money off.
I think once you ever paid
Paula
money
Jones, okay, sued Bill Clinton for civil money damages in '94, alleging that Clinton had propositioned her in a Little Rock hotel years earlier. Clinton paid her off. Okay, so if you're not guilty, you don't pay somebody off. So here's a guy, he's a serial fucking sexual nitwit, okay? And that's going to play really into the Jeffrey Epstein episode, because you're going to understand what this guy's really all about and how she stood by and did nothing because she had an agenda from day one, how she was going to be president of the United States, and she was going to better her situation by using her husband. And I can't think of a more scumbag way of doing things.
So that's, we don't really, as far as Hillary's background, I'll, just get into it. She went to Yale Law School. She was born in Chicago, Illinois. She doesn't come from a rich family. Bill didn't either. They both built themselves up into what they are now. So they both didn't come from like what we said before. They both didn't come from like the families like the Kennedys or anything like that. They both worked their way up through the systems and found each other and in Arkansas and blah blah blah, all that good shit. But we're gonna take another short little break, and then we're going to have a talk about something that both these people are allegedly a part of. Again, allegedly. That nobody can prove, but there's rumors around. But we'll be right back from our short little break.
Hello, hola, konnichiwa. I have a very important question for you. Is this real? That's the motto of our weekly podcast. We question everything from the paranormal to conspiracies, even the extraterrestrials. There's no topic we won't dive into. So tune in and listen to our show every Sunday at 8 p.m. And remember, folks, question everything.
Welcome back from break, guys. Unfortunately, this might be the last time you hear us after this episode. So I want to talk about, gentlemen, an allegedly, it's a big allegedly, like we said at the beginning of the episode, big allegedly. Want to talk about a conspiracy theory called the Clinton hit list. It's a big allegedly. It's not proven.
The hitting list.
The hitting list. These names that we're going to be talking about, and some of the names, there's apparently, according to these conspiracy theories, there's more than 50 names associated with this list. More than 50 people that apparently, allegedly, you're to hear that a lot, I don't care, that the Clintons, that they've been involved with the Clintons, and the Clintons allegedly had them murdered. I'm not accusing. This is all not an accusation.
It's a really loose theory because you can't really prove anything.
Yes.
So as having said that they murdered somebody, that's ridiculous.
Not murdered themselves, had murdered.
How they came to an untimely demise, even
Well, some of them
based
are
around the fact that-
legitimately murders, though.
Well, some of them weren't. Some of them died of heart attacks. Some of them committed suicide in a jail cell while no video was running and the cops were playing cards. Okay, that's where the connection comes in. The common thread to all of this stuff is the Clintons.
Yes.
Not that they murdered anybody.
I never said they did.
You said allegedly murdered. That's
no,
not
I said
fair.
allegedly have had murdered.
Well, they have.
When
you can't
when
say
you're
that.
sitting there, like some of them are though.
You want to leave yourself. I go on record now. Don't sue my ass for saying stupid shit.
It's not a defamation of character.
Okay.
I mean, if they look, let's just put it like this: if we sit there and they come seriously, think about it, seriously come after me. I'm not saying my full name on here, but if they seriously come after me for defamation of character or anything like that, then we're hitting a button here. Someone where I'm in debt up to my ass, not past my ass, probably around my shoulders at this point. We've moved this booth 5 different times trying to get the right spot. So if they think a small little podcast from New Jersey, and I can't even do it because he said it at the beginning of the episode. Fuck. If they think a small podcast from this area in New Jersey, and they're going to sue us for defamation of character.
Sue you.
We're sorry, folks, for the host just fell off his fucking mind.
No, I'm not.
Again.
No. Think about it though. Then
Can you get out with the list?
No, fuck off. I'm gonna be the poster boy. I'm gonna get something thrown at me. Ooh, air? Okay.
Let's go.
Don't do that, bro. Please don't do that. All right. So the first on the alleged victims list, is C. Victor Razor II. C. Victor Razor II was a national finance co-chairman for Bill Clinton. He died in a plane crash along with his son and 3 others on July 30th, 1992 during a fishing trip. What? Conspiracy theorists believe the plane crash might have been deliberately caused. However, you're going to have people debunking this also. However, the National Transportation Safety Board ruled it as an accident, stating the pilot's delayed decision in reversing course and his failure to maintain airspeed during the maneuver. Factors related to the accident were mountainous terrain and a low ceiling.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hello, nerds. Come listen to the History Nerds United podcast, and let's make history fun again. We interview today's best authors, whether they are established Pulitzer Prize winners or someone debuting their first book. Let us show you that history is not a boring class you took in high school, but a place where the best stories come from. And we don't just cover history. We also love to chat about true crime, biographies, memoirs, and so much more. So head on over to History Nerds United, and let us introduce you to your new favorite book and learn the story behind the story.
History Nerds United.
So there.
Okay. I'm going to read a few, okay? Because I'm going to do it actually the way we're supposed to do it. Because you right now are pissing me off.
What am I doing wrong?
There's so many things on this list. If you go in detail, we'll be here tomorrow morning.
Well, no,
okay?
I have 5-6 names. I wasn't going to name every fucking person.
All right, so just don't go into major detail about them. Just they passed away. They were involved with Clinton somehow.
Oh, but how they passed away is a major important part also.
Okay, I'll give you one. Can I give you one?
I'm going to fucking flick them.
C. Victor Razor II and
I just done it!
Montgomery Razor, major players in the Clinton fundraising organization, died in a private plane crash in July 1992. I don't care how he ran out of gas. I don't care if he fucking waved to the seagulls on the way up there. I don't care.
I just said C. Victor Razor II.
Okay. Move on to the next one. Let's go.
No, I do this my way. This is my podcast, son.
Your podcast.
Mary Mahoney. Mahoney? Mahone? Mahane? Mahoney? Mahomey? Who is that? Mahoney?
Yeah, she was a former White House intern who was murdered
Fine.
in 97.
I'll say the name. You. Okay. So next one is Seth Rich. Well, how was Mary Mahoney killed?
Okay, I'm not going to say how she was killed. A former White House intern was murdered July 1997 at a Starbucks coffee shop in Georgetown. The murder happened just after she was to go public with the story of sexual harassment in the White House.
See, that's important to tell. If you're just going to say she died in the White House. No.
Say the next name, and he can keep going.
Seth Rich.
Seth Rich. I don't have anything on Seth Rich here.
All right. How about Vincent W. Foster?
Okay, Vincent W. Foster, a former White House counselor and colleague of Hillary Clinton at Little Rock's Rose Law Firm, which she was a full partner of, by the way, died of a gunshot wound to the head, ruled a suicide. Another death involving their alleged involvement with the Clintons.
So you don't have anything for Seth Rich, right?
No. Ron Brown, Secretary of Commerce and former DNC chairman, DNC would be the Democratic National
Committee,
right? Committee, reported to have died by impact in a plane crash. A pathologist close to the investigation reported that there was a hole in the top of Brown's skull resembling a gunshot wound. At the time of his death, Brown was being investigated and spoke publicly of his willingness to cut a deal with prosecutors. Okay. James McDougal, Clinton's convicted Whitewater partner, died of an apparent heart attack while in solitary confinement.
Do you have anything on Christopher Sign?
He was a key witness in Ken Starr's investigation. What's that name?
Christopher Sign.
Christopher Stein.
Sign. S-I-G-N.
No, I do not, that I can see. Oh, wait, Seth Rich. Still no clues in murder in DNC. Seth Rich as conspiracies thicken, whatever.
2016. No, Seth Rich was part of the 2016 United States presidential campaign.
Okay, yeah, I remember him. He was walking down the street, unfortunately, and met his demise.
Yep.
Okay.
Reporter Christopher Sign broke the news of a meeting on June 27, 2016 on the Phoenix Sky Harbor tarmac between former President Bill Clinton and then Attorney General Loretta Lynch. The timing of the meeting happened during the 2016 presidential election when then-candidate Hillary Clinton was under scrutiny for how she handled certain emails during her tenure as Secretary of State. Sign was found dead in his Alabama home on June 12, 2021. His death is being investigated as a suicide.
I have one here. Jerry Parks, head of Clinton's gubernatorial security team in Little Rock, gunned down in his car at a deserted intersection outside Little Rock, Arkansas. Parks' son said that his father was building a dossier on Clinton. He allegedly threatened to reveal this information after he died. The files were mysteriously removed from his house. Okay.
So, Dad, I have one here. I don't want to mispronounce the gentleman's name, but the Haitian president.
I don't know his name.
Juvenal Moises.
Okay.
Was assassinated on July 7th, 2021, when a gunman attacked in his residence in Pétionville. The First Lady was hospitalized for wounds sustained during the attack. Some conspiracy theorists claim the Clintons were involved in Moises' death, pointing to political controversies regarding aid given to Haiti by the Clinton Foundation, such as the hurricane-proof classroom trailers that were found to be structurally unsafe and laced with formaldehyde, if I said that, formaldehyde.
Yeah, see, we're alleging a lot of stuff here. That was with the Clinton Foundation. Now, I'm going to go back to 92. The allegation of the granddaddy of all Clinton scandals surfaced during Bill Clinton's bid for the presidency. It centered on financial contributions by Bill and Hillary Clinton into a real estate entity known as Whitewater Development Corporation. During this time as an Arkansas state official, eventually the Justice Department and Independent Counsel launched investigations. The outcome was neither Bill nor Hillary Clinton faced prosecution for their involvement in Whitewater, but the public statements about the matter and the handling of the documents that went missing and later reappeared, came under intense scrutiny. And that's why you're going to hear a lot of people that were connected to that case have also suicided or found mysteriously died.
I've never heard the term suicided.
Okay.
Like in past tense.
See, that's when you kill somebody and then you claim they're, that's when you say somebody committed suicide, but you later find out that he was tied to a tree and he supposedly shot himself with a shotgun, and the shotgun is laying 25 feet away. Then that's called suicided.
Suicided.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So a lot of stuff was involved with this Whitewater thing, and a lot of people wound up dead because of it, and that's why they connect the two together. Whoever got involved with it somehow wound up dead, except for
we're just gonna cut short, but we're not gonna have a lot more names because I don't want to keep reading names. Like you said, we'll be here all day because I got allegedly over 50 names connected to this list. But I put this in the same category as, you remember a couple months ago we tried to do an episode which we failed miserably with. Not failed, but never really did. The list of the scientists found dead.
Right.
It's in the same type of vein.
Absolutely. It's people who have made a difference, or people that were involved in something, as Joey just broke his mic.
I didn't break the mic.
Okay. And somehow wound up being dead. And you got to question why all of these people found themselves dead.
Yeah, you really have to question it, and it's to the public. You can look around, try to do some homework and stuff like that, and see what kind of connections there is. Some of them aren't always going to be concrete, like we said. These are allegedly. And, it's just meant to get you thinking that there is information out there that may or may not lead to an actual event that happened, and it could be because of them. It could be because of some unfortunate event that just happens to have some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Coincidence.
Yeah. See, the problem with what I have with the Clintons is you have scandals from Filegate to Benghazi to Whitewater to, the list goes on and on. Monica Lewinsky, Paula Jones, Vince Foster's death, Travelgate. These are all stuff that they were involved. The Clinton Foundation and their aid to Haiti, private email server in 2015. These are things that somehow they skirt past, and they're getting away with it, but yet people are dying because they're connected to it.
I'm back.
So now you have to wonder what the hell's going on here. And there is connections, but either they're very well, they got a lot of people working in the right areas, or something. But there's oddities here that need to be addressed, and somehow
there's one name that I don't know. I guess you could try and throw it in there. I guess it's because it's around the same time, but apparently they're adding to that list with John Kennedy Jr.
What about John Kennedy Jr.?
They're saying that his name is attached to this Clinton list.
I don't know. You got to give me more information. I've never heard that.
Oh yeah, is it that he got killed or what? He had a
Kennedy,
connection?
who was according to the polls the most popular Democrat in New York, according to friends, Kennedy considered seeking the seat of retiring Senate Daniel Moynihan in the 2000 United States Senate election in New York, but died in a plane crash on July 16, 1999. Hillary Clinton was elected to Moynihan's vacated seat on November 7th, 2000. Is it just coincidence? Is it just...
When was she elected to Moynihan's seat?
November 7th, 2000. He died in July of 1999.
Again, these are things that, in baseball would be called too close to call. You know what I mean? It's why do these things keep happening and the Clintons are involved? You got to start.
It's not that the Clintons are involved. The Clintons are benefiting off of.
Right. They benefit on a lot of things and silence the people who they
allegedly
aren't going to benefit from. But you got to. The word allegedly is great, and I can't sit here and tell you for a fact it happened, but you got a lot of scandals and a lot of deaths, and they all seem to be intertwined, and it all seemed to, and there's one common denominator running right through them, and that's both the Clintons.
So what we're going to do here is, this was our Clinton base episode. Let's just put it like that. Because we are going to do 2 more episodes on the Clintons. The next one is we're going to talk about another person who was allegedly on that list, and that's Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton. That's our next week's episode. And we're going to talk about those two and their adventures together, put it lightly. And any closing? There's not really a do you believe or anything like that. We're just setting up what we think of the Clinton stuff like that.
Yeah,
so like any closing arguments, I would say. Like, Dad, do you have anything closing to say?
Well, yeah, I do. What I just said. If you want to know what the Clintons are all about, then you got to start putting things together. You got to start putting everything together. Try to figure out why they are involved in all these scandals and why people are dying because of it. At some point, the coincidence part of it's going to run out. And eventually, if they are involved in this stuff, they will get caught. But there's no shortage of scandals that they're involved in. And right then and there, they shouldn't be elected to any kind of office or anything, in my opinion. And we haven't even touched on Epstein, his death.
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems that you're involved with the Clintons. If they don't need you anymore, somehow you wind up dead. Don't know if they're behind the strings pulling it or they just got very, very lucky.
Joshua?
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. That's all I gotta say.
Really? That's it?
Folks,
Nothing
he
else?
waited all night for
He
that.
literally waited all night just to say that.
That was perfect timing. No, I can't really say much. I can only comment on the so-called conspiracies and their connections and stuff like that. As far as the political aspect, it does seem like, they do have a lot of gains coming from things that are unfortunate events happening to other people before they get involved.
Right.
Is it a coincidence or is it actually, constructed by them? You never, or manipulated. You don't really know. I can't really say. I mean,
well,
Hillary looks evil. That's about as
Hillary
much
just
as
looks fucking evil.
That's about as much as I can say.
The most fucked up part, if you're going to sit here and believe in the conspiracy theory, then you have to sit there and realize how much manpower and intelligence, not intelligence, but like how far it goes down the chain to achieve something like this, as big as something like this. As how deep do the Clintons go into government that they can achieve something like this and still be in the public favor? You know what I mean?
That is a question.
Like, not in the public favor because there's not really like nobody wants Hillary Clinton to go run for president again, but they're not in jail if they committed these acts. You know what I mean? It's like how deep do their strains go if they're getting away with shit like this?
Right. So,
but as far as that's my ending comments. I mean, so for next week, it's we've tackled Jeffrey Epstein and his nonsense. And
not to cut you off, but we're going to have to put this on the Patreon because there's too much to it. We're going to have to do a follow-up on a Patreon, and then we got to do it soon because I'm itching to get at this. There's a lot here, and I want to bring this out as much as we can.
All right, I get you. And then the following, like I said, next week's episode, guys, is going to be Bill and Jeffrey's adventure time, and the week after that is going to be Hillary Clinton and her emails. But from everybody here at It's Just Real, Green Hour Media, we just first I want to say it's a tragedy of what happened in Texas. May all those souls rest in peace, except for the gunman himself. Very, very tragedy, and it's despicable.
You're right. It's a tragedy. There are two things that really bother me about the whole situation, and one of them is now you know me. I'm a big police guy. I will. The police to me they do a yeoman's job. Some bad, mostly good. What bothers me is they dropped the ball on this one, and what they did cost lives. And it's bad enough you got some stupid fucking idiot runs with a gun and he's going to take out kids with a gun into school. But you got to be cognizant of the fact that in this day and age you can't have unlocked doors in your schools. And the police, if you're going to get a report that you got to go in there, you can't just show up on a scene and say, "Oh, it's under control." Meanwhile, you're sitting outside. Well, this guy's slaughtering innocent children and doing nothing about it. The police in Texas, in that town, fucked this up royally. And I'll go on the record as saying it because what they did, and then they lied to the governor saying that, this and that. but they lied. And their actions could have saved people. Their lack of actions could have saved some of those kids. And that's a debate for a different day. But the fact that what they did and they sat on it and did nothing about it, that makes this tragedy even worse. You got parents questioning this tonight.
Yep, I completely agree with you. So everyone here at Green Arrow Media and Is This Real, pray for Uvalde, and the school district down there, and those parents. But everyone from Is This Real tonight, say good night to everyone. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And just remember, everybody, question everything. Good night, guys.
Konnichiwa, bitches. It's Ryu West speaking. If you want to find out more about the Is This Real podcast, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/isthisrealpc, or on Twitter at isthisrealpc, or on Instagram at isthisrealpodcast, all one word.